The story begins with a quiet boy named 𝘾𝙧𝙨, a student who has always lived as a loner because of the painful experiences he had during his childhood. His class is on a school trip, but even during something that should be fun, 𝘾𝙧𝙨 mostly keeps to himself and watches everything from a distance. While the class is chatting and enjoying the ride, a bullying incident begins. A girl named Ayaka, who is the responsible class president, suddenly has her book snatched away by a troublemaker named Omata, who begins teasing her for no reason. Most of the students pretend not to notice because they don't want to get involved. 𝘾𝙧𝙨 watches silently, knowing he isn't strong or popular enough to confront someone like Omata. But despite his doubts, he finally gathers the courage to speak up and tells Omata to give the book back. Before the situation gets worse, the class's most popular and confident student, Takuto, interrupts them and tells Omata to stop because the noise is annoying. Even though Takuto admits he doesn't care about 𝘾𝙧𝙨, his presence alone is enough to make Omata back down and return the book to Ayaka. However, the peaceful moment doesn't last long. Suddenly, the entire class finds themselves engulfed in a strange light, and in the next moment, they are transported to a completely different world. Standing before them is a mysterious goddess named Vicious, who welcomes them as heroes chosen by fate. She explains that they have been summoned to the kingdom of Alien to defeat a terrifying enemy known as the Demon Emperor, who has returned after being defeated 200 years ago. According to her, the heroes of the past saved the world once, and now 𝘾𝙧𝙨's class must do the same. When Takuto asks what will happen if they refuse, Vicious calmly explains that returning to their world requires a rare substance called Demon King Essence, which can only be obtained by defeating the Demon Emperor or collecting the essence released after his death. In other words, if they refuse to fight, they will be trapped in this world forever. Some of the students are frightened while others start getting excited about the idea of becoming heroes. Omata immediately refuses to help, claiming that none of this is their problem. But Vicious unexpectedly kneels before them and begs them to save the world. To prove that they really are in another world, she demonstrates magic by summoning a monster and killing it with a powerful fire spell. After witnessing such overwhelming power, the students begin to believe her story. Vicious then leads them to a magical crystal that measures their potential. One by one, each student places their hand on the crystal to reveal their rank. When Omata touches it, the crystal glows brightly, showing that he has considerable power. He immediately starts bragging, but when Takuto places his hand on the crystal, it suddenly shatters from the overwhelming energy, revealing that he is S rank, the highest level possible. Even more surprising, Ayaka and another girl also receive the same rank. Vicious is shocked because usually only one hero of that level appears at a time. Then it is 𝘾𝙧𝙨's turn. Nervously, he places his hand on the crystal, but the reaction is so weak that Vicious barely even acknowledges him. She doesn't bother announcing his rank, and 𝘾𝙧𝙨 quickly realizes he is the weakest among them. Just when he thinks things cannot get worse, another student named Yasu produces a mysterious reaction similar to that of a legendary hero from the past known as the Dark Hero, which makes Yasu extremely arrogant. After everyone learns how to view their status and unique abilities, Vicious suddenly announces that there is a special ritual used to eliminate the lowest ranked hero so that they don't drag the others down. To everyone's horror, 𝘾𝙧𝙨 is chosen as the sacrifice. Vicious coldly explains that he will be sent to the abandoned ruins, a deadly dungeon where criminals and unwanted heroes are thrown away. If he somehow survives and reaches the surface, he will be allowed to live freely. 𝘾𝙧𝙨 desperately tries to explain that he has a rare status effect skill, but Vicious dismisses it, claiming those types of abilities usually fail and are practically useless. Takuto shows no sympathy and urges the goddess to hurry up. Even Yasu, who 𝘾𝙂 once helped in the past, mocks him and demands respect because he now outranks him. When the ritual begins, 𝘾𝙂 is given a mysterious bag, which is the special item every summoned hero receives. Ayaka tries to protest, but Vicious knocks her unconscious with a single punch. As 𝘾𝙂 is about to be sent away, he breaks down in tears, but also remembers the painful moments of his past. In that moment, he stops pretending to be kind and promises that if he survives, he will return for revenge against Vicious. 𝘾𝙂 is instantly teleported into the dark ruins where terrifying monsters roam freely. Almost immediately, he is attacked by a massive minotaur. Terrified, he runs for his life but manages to stop the monster using his paralyze skill. To his shock, the ability works perfectly even on a powerful creature. As he continues running deeper into the dungeon, more monsters appear, but his skills repeatedly succeed. Soon, 𝘾𝙂 realizes something strange. His supposedly weak ability actually works almost 100% of the time. By combining Paralyze with other status skills like Poison and Sleep, he begins defeating monsters one after another. Each kill gives him massive experience, allowing him to level up incredibly fast. Within a short time, he reaches levels far beyond what normal adventurers could achieve. After surviving countless battles, 𝘾𝙂 eventually discovers a hidden room containing the skeleton of a man named Anglin, the legendary dark hero. From the letter left behind, 𝘾𝙂 learns that Anglin was also betrayed by Vicious and thrown into the ruins. Furious at the truth, 𝘾𝙂 realizes that the goddess who pretends to protect the world is actually far more cruel than the demon emperor. Determined to grow stronger, he takes Anglin's forbidden magic book and continues exploring until he encounters the terrifying guardian of the ruins known as the Soul Eater. The monster enjoys tormenting its victims by transforming the souls it consumed into grotesque creatures with human faces. Even so, 𝘾𝙂 uses his abilities strategically and finally defeats the monster. The souls of the victims thank him and ask him to avenge them before fading away. With the final gem obtained, 𝘾𝙂 unlocks the exit and finally escapes the ruins alive. Back on the surface, 𝘾𝙂 begins traveling through the world and eventually saves a mysterious woman named 𝙒𝙗, who is being chased by mercenaries. Using his powerful status skills, he easily eliminates the attackers and learns that 𝙒𝙗 is actually an elf hiding her identity. Although he doesn't trust strangers, 𝘾𝙂 decides to cooperate with her temporarily. Together they explore dangerous ruins, fight powerful monsters like the Skeleton King, and gradually grow stronger. While 𝘾𝙂's former classmates continue training under the control of Vicious, unaware of the dark truth behind their mission, 𝘾𝙂 begins planning something very different. Instead of becoming a hero who saves the world, he decides to walk a darker path. His ultimate goal is no longer glory or justice. It is revenge against the goddess who betrayed him and destroyed countless lives.